Where are my social media beginners, specifically beginners getting on social media for Facebook for business? You might have been on Facebook, you might be on Facebook and you've been using it, but now you're using it for business. And business is key. So we're going to talk about a beginner's version when it comes to Facebook and using Facebook to grow your business, to get some things started. But before we get into it, need a favor from you. You need to go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and get that out the way. Subscribe to this channel. That's going to help me to help just bring this content and try to bring more valuable content when it comes to helping business owners at all levels to grow their social media. So let's start first. As a beginner, do you know your target audience? Now, you may be in business and doing some other things, but to really get effective and efficient on Facebook is knowing who your target is, their location, certain demographics when it comes to age, gender. Maybe there's a certain problem that everybody that you work with helps or that you help them with. Maybe there's an activity. Maybe there's a certain club or, like I said, a location. Just all those things taking place when it comes to your target audience, your avatar, the type of client or customer that you're looking for. That's going to be really key in just breaking that down. As a beginner, that's the first thing. You got this Facebook page. You wanted to make sure that it works. First thing is creating a target audience. And you may not have to narrow it down to just like one little thing, but you do want to narrow it down. For instance, if you say consumers versus business owners, those are two different categories. So maybe you are doing consumers. Or maybe there's a certain age. Keep in mind, somebody in their 20s on social media is looking at something different from someone in their 40s. So you just want to keep that in mind. If somebody's interested, have a certain interest. Maybe it's cars, maybe it's carpentry, maybe it's music. Just breaking those down is going to help make a difference. And to the next thing that I'm talking about, and that is, as a beginning on Facebook, when you're posting, you want to make sure that you're posting content. You want to make sure that you post content that helps that target audience, that gives advice to them, that is going to guide them. They're going to appreciate that. Now, your content should include some things about you, something personal. You don't have to get super personal. You don't have to, put your family out there. But if you have a hobby, those things make a difference. Don't let that dominate that. Just put that in there a little bit. I always compare, like, if somebody's in financial services, nobody wants to see finances and stocks and stuff. I like stocks, but not everybody wants to see financial stuff all the time. They want to know other stuff. So if you have a lifestyle, maybe you like fishing, bowling, you play the trumpet. I play the trumpet. I used to play the trumpet. But, maybe there are things that you enjoy doing. It's okay to mix that up, but that content should be advice. It should be suggestions. It should be something that's going to solve a problem for your target customer. Think about your customer. Who's your customer? What do they need? What do they want? What do they desire? What problem do they have? If you solve a problem as a business owners, we become wealthy and rich because we solve problems. So you want to be a problem solver with that Facebook page. That's the best advice and suggestion that I can give you with that content. The next thing is making sure that you're connecting. And with connecting is, if you're getting likes, let's just say comments per se. If you're getting comments, respond to your comments. I live in the South, and I grew up in the North, and coming down South, one thing I learned, because up North, folk don't speak. Not all the time. You don't speak to folks you don't know. Down South, everybody speak. Folk be waving at folk they don't know. You don't know them. They speak. So I said in the sense that if there's a comment on your page, that's like walking in a room. If you don't respond, that's like walking in a room and not speaking to people in the room. And that's just rude, at least in the South. That's rude. So you want to make sure that you're responding to your comments. When you start getting comments on that page as you post and people interact, respond to every comment. Even the negative ones. This isn't a bad. Respond with something positive. Trust me, as you grow your social media, you're guaranteed to get a hater or something negative. That's a part of the plan, and that's okay. any news is good news. That's what I was told. And any comment becomes a good comment because it helps promote your page. Any comment, good or bad. So make sure you respond to comments. So the last thing for you as a beginner that you want to make sure that you do when it comes to growing that Facebook page and getting the customers that you want is make sure you post consistently. The idea and the concept of being consistent is really up to you. I could say the minimum of once a week. The consistency should be like, if you're going to do once a week and it's every Wednesday, stay with every Wednesday. Don't post 3 Wednesdays and then take a break for like 2 or 3 weeks. That just kills the momentum. And Facebook is not, the algorithm is not going to support, they're not going to just bring you anything. People come to pages for information. People see things for information. They put you in the news feed for the information, for the content, the content that you put out there. So what's a good and bad as far as posting? Well, at the time of this video, typically Facebook, if you post about 3 or 4 times a day, that's good. I'm not necessarily saying that you have to do that. If you're a solopreneur, you're by yourself, you're just getting started, I would say at least once a day. But if you can't do that, once a week is a good way to start until you could work your way up. But pick a day and stick to it. You want to be consistent. Not being consistent is the first thing that's just going to kill your page. And if you're a beginner watching this, that's the first thing I would say. Start off, pick a day. And if it's going to be information content or video content that's going to give information, like this is a video information kind of video, that maybe that's something you want to do. Make sure you're just consistent with doing that. Okay. So let's wrap it up. Remember, the first thing I said, knowing your target market when it comes to growing your Facebook. Giving content to that target market that's going to help. You want to give good content, advice, suggestions. Number 3, making sure you respond to comments. When you get DMs and messages in your inbox, respond to those. That makes a difference with your page and the flow if you wanted to get customers to that page and clients to that page. And last, posting consistently. Making sure you post consistently. So tell me in the comments. Tell me what you think. If you're a beginner and you're trying to, where are you stuck at on Facebook? Are you good? Was this video helpful? Was it are these some things you've already been doing and you're trying to expand on it? Let me know in the comments. If you're looking for more information on networking, marketing, and how to grow your social media, check out my other videos.